All right, so we've got the property now, right? That's all good and well. We want to build a log cabin out there out of mostly what's around. Well, there's no way I can drag all these trees and logs by hand. So what I did is I went ahead and built our own log hauler. Took me a little bit, but I found that if I preheat it, I can actually get a weld in there that's okay looking. It doesn't help that the only gas that I have is straight argon, so it doesn't burn as hot as it would with C25 or straight CO2, but that's what I got. And because I'm welding it with 110, I do give the welder a break in between without doing too much welding at a time. So, kicked out the little generator. I'm gonna give it a little break. I've got a little more welding to do on this one. I've got 2 more spots and I've got to weld the spindles in. And then this is done. And this is the hardest part, arguably. The rest is actually fairly easy. So, just gonna give it a break for a bit. Let everybody cool off. Okay, now that I've got the spindle kind of set up in here, it's not welded in yet. I want to test it to make sure. I want it to be in as far as I can get it. I don't want it to be any wider than necessary, and but I don't want it to be too far in, and then the wheel would hit the frame. So I'm just dry fitting, just sticking the bearings in there. And I'm just going to slide it on to make sure that it's going to clear. A little bit of shipping damage we got to touch up quick. I ordered these spindles and hubs and everything off Amazon, and they were kind of loose in a cardboard box, which explains the burr that I have on there. Okay, that just barely clears right there. Eek. I'll show you what I mean. That's just barely clearing, so I'm gonna have to have this spindle as far in as I can get it. Of course not like one. Check. Right there is as good as it gets. So from that I can see that the spindle's got to be like flush, which is good really, because they won't catch on anything coming off. I'm going to put one little tack on it. That way it won't move on me while I'm doing this. Whew. Sorry about that. Had to go get a ham started. It's New Year's Eve. I guess you can't really see this, can you? So I need to pre-assemble all of this because I still have to make the hitch and put the winch on it and all that. And that way I I can get my heights right, because I really don't know where they're going to be just yet. So now what I'm doing is I've got it kind of mocked up where it's going to be, and the hitch is about the right height for where the ATV or the snow machine would be when it's going to pull it. And now I am designing the rest of it, which I'm going to come from here 24 inches, and then I'm going to come down to the hitch. And I'm just getting ready to cut that now. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, now for two reasons. There's going to be a ton of stress on this joint, and I don't like these welds, how they're turning out on 110 power. So I'm going to add a gusset. I made a template. Let me show you the template here. So I made a template of what I want to go right here. And then what I'll do is I will add 4 grade 8 bolts to go through that. And I'm going to cut the material out right there to give that a little extra strength. So I'm going to do that now. And I cannot stress enough when using these cutoff wheels to have proper protection on your hands and your eyes and your ears. I got a little nick on my hand here last week, just a little guy on my knuckle, and 24 hours later it was infected and swollen up. So wear a glove. And if you're right-handed, go cut your left hand. Just saying. So I'm going to cut these out quick. I'm going to throw some weld in this. It's not going to be good. But then I'm going to have to build a big brace for this one, like I did up there. So, the last time we were working on the log hauler, I was struggling. Trying to use my welder on 110, it was doing a terrible, terrible job. And it ended up toasting my generator. So I had to admit defeat, and I am here at my place of work, and I'm going to use a much bigger welder, and I'm going to quick finish the welding on this project. So I'll try to set you up in a place where you can see it. You didn't see that I actually hauled this in pieces in my truck here today, but I fully intend to pull it home. So I had just slipped the hubs on there, but nothing's tightening, the bearings don't have grease. So I am going to pull those off. I've got 2 more welds to do, and I'll throw some paint on. So I just put the grease in my hand and I rotate the bearing and I take little bites of it, and you'll see it come through this front side. That's all you gotta do when you pack the bearings. And I want to grease them well because this thing is gonna see wet usage, I should say. So I'll drop this one in the back of the hub, and then I have to put my seal in. And then I'm going to pack more grease in behind it here. This is my lucky day. When installing the hubcaps, if you tap along the outside, all you're going to do is smash it. If you can find something that, like a piece of pipe, that just fits over it and drives on that lip, then you won't damage it. Here it is, still not 100% done. I got to put the cable on it. There's a couple other little features that it needs. I need a strap over this so that the cable can't come out. And yeah, other than that, this is hopefully going to be able to haul our 55-gallon drums of fuel and a lot of logs. In addition to that, I'm planning on building a set of skis for it in the winter. So we will see what I can get done, and yeah, should be finished up this weekend. Oh, look at that. That head just popped off. Huh, quality. Okay, I'll fix that and I will get back with you when I've got the other ski done. I built skis for it for the winter time, and it's got you know, regular tires for the winter or for the summer, and it should be able to haul barrels horizontally. That's kind of my plan, because all our fuel gets there by the train. I need to have a way to get those up to the property. So it should work just fine for that, and we should be able to get logs in the winter or the summer. I built a special adapter to go from a 2-inch ball to a, I call it the flapper style hitch. Looks like a door hinge on snow machines. And yeah, that should work good too. So we are going to quick test this out and get this ready to go on the train hopefully Wednesday, and then it goes to the property. It'd be awesome if it worked out and it was actually there when we went up on Saturday, but I can't guarantee. I don't make their schedule. So let's geez, Phyllis, you could probably ride right back here. Look, it's a dog sled.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that. It's a people hauler too. Okay, well, we're gonna go quick grab a tree that's already down, and yeah, see how that works. we will back up as close to it as we can get. Better stop there, huh? Oh, first failure. That's not gonna work. Oh. This is fun. So we need a fair lead on here. A regular winch fair lead, that doesn't work. Because then a fair lead allows it to go to the sides and stuff. I'd say overall, huge success, except for this. This is garbage. This won't work. If it's perfectly straight, it should work just fine. But if you're pulling off to the side, well, you can see what happened. I don't like that. So I'm gonna somehow magically find a winch fair lead and get that mounted in the next 2 days. Because I gotta have all this stuff ready for the train by Wednesday. Not to be dramatic, but it really does need to happen. But there we go. We built one.